Chapter 4: Dissociation and the Mind's Escape. Among the most disquieting manifestations of my past trauma is dissociation. I've long been aware of my complex PTSD, which subsequently progressed into bipolar disorder. But dissociation is an entirely different phenomenon, more elusive, more alarming, and truly difficult to articulate. For me, it signifies spending a troubling portion of my life detached from what is real, as if my consciousness separates from my body while I continue to operate automatically. I cannot pinpoint how frequently this occurs. Perhaps a quarter of the time, possibly half. It's challenging to gauge when the very essence of the symptom involves forgetting its occurrence. I can move through entire segments of time, performing actions, uttering words, living my life, only later to consult my journals and discover I have no memory of those moments. This isn't a problem with my memory recall per se. My memory functions adequately when I am fully present. Instead, it is a response to overwhelming stress, a defense mechanism that mutes awareness when reality feels too painful to process. And of course, a life where someone doesn't feel love or purpose or meaning would be a reality that would feel just too painful to process. This is, however, distinctive from DID, dissociative identity disorder, what used to be called multiple personality disorder, where separate personas emerge. Instead, for me, I simply mentally withdraw for a while. Consider how individuals might become lost while watching a really good movie, momentarily detaching from their own lives. My experience bears a resemblance, but it escalates to a level of disorder when it significantly interferes with my life, causing me to lose track of large periods of time and action. It's comparable to experiencing a blackout without the influence of drugs or alcohol. I am conscious in the moment, but afterwards, my mind seems to have erased the records. The unnerving aspect is the absence of control, the inability to account for these missing intervals of time. My written reflections and my journals are my ultimate safeguard, a means to track these disturbing leukinae, even if reviewing them means confronting a version of myself I scarcely recognize. In psychology, the term lacunae refers to gaps or missing elements in a person's knowledge, memory, or awareness. These lacunae can be the result of trauma and are often associated with dissociation. And dissociation is a coping mechanism. Dissociation is a mental process where an individual disconnects from their thoughts, feelings, memories, or even their sense of identity, often as a way to cope with overwhelming or traumatic experiences. It can manifest in various ways, from mild detachment like daydreaming to more severe forms such as dissociative amnesia or identity disorder. Trauma and the development of the lacunae is when a person experiences so much trauma, their brain dissociates from the event as a protective measure, causing them to mentally escape the fear, pain, and horror.